So we're going to talk about the standard deviation formula in Excel, which is much easier than calculating the standard deviation by hand. This is a collaboration with OpenStax. You can access the OpenStax textbook for free. Look in the description in the video for a link. The Excel workbook that I'm using, you can get it for free also. You can just look in the description for the video or go to my website, divideandconquermath.com, and go to the OpenStax statistics section. So I am on the standard deviation tab of my worksheet. And so two things that we're going to do. We're going to compute the average ages. So we've done this in other workbooks, so this shouldn't be a surprise. So if you just type equals average and then an open parenthesis, you can just select the data that you want, and then boom, Excel will just spit out the average ages. Now, to compute the standard deviation, so this is also pretty straightforward, but there is one thing that we should talk about. So for the standard deviation formula, so if I start typing in ST, so you can see a bunch of different formulas pulling up. Now, you might see this STDEV and STDEVP, but you see the little caution sign next to them. So sometimes you will notice this with Excel formulas, and so these are old Excel formulas from old versions of Excel. So they prefer that you not use them because Microsoft at some point updated Excel. I feel like it was like probably in like probably like 2015 or something. They updated a bunch of the formulas. So a lot of these are like ideally being phased out. So that's why these are here, and they might work if you use them, but I wanted to note that. So there are really two formulas that you're going to be interested in. And if you forget which one it is, the Excel description is going to be very helpful for you. So I've got this one that ends with a .P. So this is for an entire population. The reality is that like you're very rarely going to ever know the entire population. And so this one you probably won't use unless you are specifically told that you have all of the data for the population. This is almost always a theoretical exercise that you get the entire population. So the formula that you want is this other one that ends in a .S. And so that is because .S stands for, you can see here, sample. And so this will be the one that you want to use. This is typically what the OpenStax text uses. This is really, if you ever do an experiment, I'd say 99.9% of the time, you're probably going to use this formula. So it's a very simple formula. You open it up, you select the data that you want, bada bing, bada boom, it calculates everything for you. You don't have to do the rest of the calculation by hand. And that's it.